What is up, Kamua? You are one of my favorite people, homeboy. You're giving when you don't have any money, and you're helpful, and you know street prices on weed that can help me out because I don't know what shit goes for. But I would like to piece a cigarette, Gator, Aryan Brotherhood. I'm gonna piece a cigarette out with a member of a different race. What does that mean?
Brotherhood. Nah, you
punks. When you told me that you guys didn't do that on a level 4 yard, I was like, yeah, but this is a level 4 yard with a twist, and I don't politic like that because I get along better with blacks and Mexicans than I do most whites. Remember when I told you that?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I told you that. Yeah. I'm talking to Gator. He's a member of the Aryan Brotherhood. When I was on 8 West 200 pod, a level 4. It's a level 4 prison yard back home from the pen inside Sacramento County Jail. And I became legendary status to where I had the Nuestra Familia and Northerners, the Northern Structure Mexicans, Norteños. According to Bryce, Twisted Peeler, they were chanting my name, Dan Quinn, Dan Quinn, 2 hours after I was gone. And this was after I knocked out a really badass white boy named Taz. He was going to go into my cellies. He was going to go into my cell and have a knife fight with the door closed. And my roommate, my cellie, spent hours honing the edge of his blade on cement to where it drew blood, right? And Taz, who I ended up knocking out, he came in with something that looked like a knife, but it was blunt. It might break the skin if you stab hard enough, but it's not meant to kill. And be careful the signs that you put out. Want to know why? Yeah. Because a lot of people are paying attention to my videos because I'm Maitreya and I'm one badass motherfucker. Yeah. I'm not insane. I'm lucid 100%.
Thanks a lot, Sam. Quitting you.
So how did I do tonight talking to the police? Did you hear me? Come on, did you hear me?
Yeah, that's very responsible, very
I was on top of it.
Yeah, totally.
Totally, to where the officer didn't have any recourse but to go along with my program.
Yeah.
Janet is really cool, but she's Nigerian, and she's abrasive to the point where she talks to John Jay. Once you say that she talks to John Jay, where if Janet was a male, John Jay would have already been in a fight.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. Very disrespectful. And she tried that same shit with me, and I shut her down. And she doesn't like it, and she's butthurt, and she's not used to not ruling the roost. When I'm actually a client here, my $1,300 goes in to make Patrick even richer than he is. But he's a good guy. He doesn't deal good with conflict. Neither does Janet, which is amazing because they come from countries that are war torn. In where's Patrick from? Is he from Nigeria too?
Yeah.
Okay, a Nigerian who's doing it. He doesn't have to scam. He doesn't have to pretend to be a beautiful woman to put food on the table online. I'll tell you what, Facebook is infested with Nigerian scammers to the point where it's worthless. I don't even talk on there anymore.
A waste of money.
Anyway, my belly is vanishing, okay? I wasn't 100% cool with being out here with my belly showing before. I shouldn't be able to do it in October. Isn't it true that it should be chilly right now and it should be uncomfortable for me? Totally. Global warming, ladies and gentlemen. The rich are doing it on purpose. They want to turn this into a environment fit for lizards, from what I've heard. Okay?
They say the smoke everywhere else is at the top.
Well, I know for a fact that I saw aliens when I was 8 years old. They woke me up with a loud thump. Have I ever told you this?
Yeah.
Okay, I told you. Yeah, a loud thump. And I sat up on my bed, and I'm like, oh, they're real. And one of them looked at me, and yeah, so wanna get some bomb hits out of this. Share a little marijuana.
Yeah, sure do.
Okay, stand up for a second while I get the hit, so we don't have to move our chairs. Now blow it at the screen for smoke. You do it slower next time. People can see it. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. That's the way to hit weed, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get another bro pipe in here and get stoner number 3 high off that one hit, off a master like me who would take gold at the weed smoking Olympics. I've told you about the violin, the pussy eating technique, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do you believe me?
I wouldn't try it, but I know I believe you.
You wouldn't try it?
I wouldn't try it, but I believe you.
Okay, well, we're gonna get you laid, homeboy. Okay, you're not a bad-looking guy, especially when you fucking get done up. And what is that? An Armani? Yeah, it's not Armani, or is it Armani?
It's Armani.
It's Armani?
Yeah.
He has an Armani little outfit, and he looks smashing in it, ladies. And guess what? I can't play the violin on every woman. My friends are gonna know how to play the violin.
He makes them all the time calls.
I don't know what he's saying, but I'm sure it's he's not dumb. He's smart, and he's a friend for life. I'm gonna give him a house, a car, and $100,000. Do this. Figure out in $100 million how many times I can give a house, a car, and $100,000 out. I'm figuring a house, median price throughout the United States is like $250, plus $100,000 is $350, plus a car at $40,000, that's $390, that's $400,000. Okay, so that goes into 1 million negative 200,000 at 1.2 times. I can do it three times on 1 million, 100 million. I can do it 30 times.
Whoa.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Spreading the wealth. That's what Dan Quinn does. Unfortunately, I did that with my ex-wife sexually, and she wasn't down for it. I need somebody who is more swinger, straight up. Doesn't get involved in emotional entanglements that fuck shit up. Somebody who wants to have fun. Somebody who wants to be in the front line, walking the red carpet, because that's where Dan Quinn is going. Look, I can go like that with my belly. How do I look now? How do I look now when my belly's sucked in? A lot different.
Muscles.
Don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got muscle to the point where I can take body shots and they don't even trip. Because Pat Burns in Miami, Florida, had a demon from Cuba. He was a boxing coach from Cuba that came over in a raft, and he didn't speak much English, but he had this regimen for doing your stomach that was fucking-tastic. And I got to the point where I could take body shots and not even phase. Look at my fight against Bon Lapua. I haven't showed you yet, Kamua, but I don't knock him out. I break the collarbone of a 255-pound Samoan when I'm 205 pounds in a cage fight. I hit him in the head. The fight is over. It's done because I broke his collarbone.
Oh, man, yeah, sir.
Anyhow, what do we got here? Hell's Angels, some chat room on Facebook is Hell's Angels, Alabama group, and fact, I'm going to buy my way into the Hell's Angels. For one thing, the Hell's Angels should be happy to receive me. I come with impeccable credentials. They put me on a level 4 yard, gentlemen, which you guys don't walk because you guys, rightfully so, go protective custody to protect other people from making mistakes, from fucking with you when you're only one, when you have thousands around the world and you're smart and you have money. No one fucks with you unless they want to make a name for themselves, like the Vagos. Tell you what, Alan, I respect you saying we can't train together. And it's like, I can train anywhere I want. And if you have a problem with it, step on out. And if you don't step on out, then we can handle it in a cage. Remember that time when I hit you with a body shot and I dropped you? I apologize, homeboy. I was showing off for a female that I was fucking. She was actually in the audience, and you didn't have that much experience, and I felt kind of bad. But you developed your skills, and you beat Randall Lamont, and Randall Lamont was talking shit on me. I don't think he realizes how big and fast and strong I am. Anyways, I'm going to fight again. I'm 56 years old, but I'll tell you what, I'm a badass motherfucker. I'm carrying too much weight. I'm about 265, and that's because Kaiser allowed me to balloon up from 170. I got down to 170 pounds after this crip named Mike and Roxanne in Meadowview, the Meadowview area, Pocket area. Meadowview and Pocket are real close, right? Isn't that right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, they're right in that area. And I heard them one day saying, just put it in his food. Can you hear me? They said, just put it in his food. It'll burn his stomach, but it won't kill him. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck? And I didn't think anything of it. And I didn't eat that night. And no, that's not true. I did eat that night. And I was up all night with a burning stomach. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. I thought this, even though I don't use the Nigger. I was like, these two niggers fucking just poisoned me. Am I going to die? And I called 911 and had the ambulance come and pick me up. And this fucking punk, Mike, is running with my shit, putting it in the ambulance as we're driving away to the hospital, saying, don't come back. And it's like, punk, if I come back, I can do it in different forms and fashions. How much time are we at? We're only at 12 minutes. We can go to 20. Mike, I can come back in the form of a UPS delivery guy, and I'm not even there. I'm in fucking Reno or Vegas playing dice, and have somebody with a silencer fucking smoke you. And I don't even know about it because I'm not there. And you know what? If you fucked over me, you fucked over a lot of people, punk. And the fact that you were actually shadowboxing, they told you about my pedigree, correct? That, you know, you got this guy coming in, and he might be mentally fucked up, who knows? But he's a retired professional fighter. And he was actually shadowboxing and looking over at me as he was doing it. Instead of handling his business, you know, there was a purpose behind it. Don't you agree? Yeah. Be more, make it so the camera can hear you, my nigga.
Next Barksdale fan around Principal Smith, G-Way, Parkway Drive,
You're talking to a Sioux Indian here. He's so pure, he actually gets money from the government. Extra, isn't that right?
And the gas line on South Dakota, Oglala Sioux tribe.
Wow. You know what? The people I'm meeting, it's incredible. There's a chance, you've seen it, haven't you? Where I have $198,000 in an account.
Totally.
Things are starting to happen, ladies and gentlemen, like Joe Rogan. I tell you what, Joe, your days of fun and frolic are just about over, punk, because I don't like you purely for the fact that you haven't paid stevia forward when Diego Sanchez told you it was a miracle. Over 120 million people have died over 12 years ago. Diego Nightmare Sanchez, he fought for a world title and lasted 5 rounds of ass whipping against BJ Penn. He told Joe in a voicemail that I know Joe Rogan heard that Stevie was a miracle, and Joe's done nothing but try to clown me ever since. And so I'm going to fuck Joe Rogan up legally and get away with it. And officers Greg Coet and Riali, I don't know your first name, Riali. The only reason why I know Greg Coet's first name is because I saw him play football at USC, and I thought, you know what? If he was their everyday starter, this is not a good situation. He's a liability. He's a liability. You hear me? Are you paying attention, brother, at all?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Okay. There's this cop that played football at USC, and he actually saw time as a starter, not because he was good enough, but because the number one guy, I think it was Norm McDonald, as a matter of fact, went down with an injury and couldn't play. And so Greg Coet steps up, and I'm sitting in the stands watching, knowing that I'm probably going to start as a freshman because I'm 6'3", 235 pounds. I benched 405 pounds as a senior in high school. 405, homeboy. 4 fucking plates. Racked it. Got it. No steroids. Just eating like a fucking beast and working out. And I put people out of games and practices on a regular basis with concussions. I wouldn't know how to play football today. I was a headhunter, and I knocked people the fuck out, Joe Rogan. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for headshots on you from a distance legally and have people laugh at you and get the dirt. You know, I'm sure it's out there. How hard can it be?
Don't forget Playboy Trey Gangster, Big Wolfie.
You know what? I'm going to roll with it. I'm at 16. I'm going to go through 20. And then we're going to wrap shit up.
Monsters
but 760-809-1744, ladies, that want to become world famous and star in a video with all you got to do is take your panties off, pull your skirt up, and let me play the violin on your G-spot. I can do it with my fingers and my other hand's fingers and not even use my mouth. If that makes you feel more comfortable, you tell me your favorite fantasy, and I talk you through it as I touch the bottom and the top of the G-spot at the same time and massage. Yeah, it's magic. It's taking a woman that was raped and couldn't come more than maybe 2 times in an hour period. Come on. Okay? And it took her to over 100. We had to take breaks every 10 to 15 minutes because her pelvis was coming off the bed to attack my face. And I told her before we actually got in bed together, I said, part of you thinks I'm full of shit, okay, that I'm lying to get the pussy. And she's like, well, you know, but part of you thinks, well, I fucked much worse looking, and this guy's pretty cool. And he likes to smoke weed, so do I. So why not have a good time? And I said, there's going to be a time when I've taken you to the first 10, 15 orgasms in 3 to 5 minutes, like that, where I'm going to stop and I'm going to command eye contact, and I'm going to say I wasn't lying, was I? And as soon as you go to say no, I'm going to put my mouth back on your pussy. It's going to silence you, and it's going to give you ultimate fucking pleasure. Okay, that's what I'm about, is ultimate pleasure for as many people that deserve it, straight up. Being a billionaire, homeboy, and paying 95% of profit down to everybody who helped make it. So everybody has enough. They're not going without, and we can pay it forward to the people below them that don't have enough, and it's a domino effect. And in that way, we can actually feed and clothe every homeless and hungry American. Do you realize how embarrassing that is? I'm at 1859, we're at 19. I have a target in my mind of 20 minutes, but this fucking phone is so fast, I can upload 30, you know? No problem. An hour, no problem. 3 hours, I think I was over the limit, and I threw that video away because everything that I said in it is 100% verifiable. I lived it, I was there, and I don't lie. And if I lied, if I was some kind of punk, I would have been taken out on a level 4 yard in Sacramento County Jail, which the cops probably tried to get me to do, putting me in a cell with Bryce Twisted Peeler, okay? Officer Quet, the fact is, you are a liar, sir. You didn't fucking duck your head when Bryce ran past your car because Bryce was nowhere near your car. He was hitting the nearest fence and he was gone. And if Bryce had actually stupidly pointed a gun at you, Officer Raleigh, who was point spotted with the AR-15, would have killed him and would have gotten away with it because that would be a threat. You guys lied and got my best friend sentenced to 35 years. He's whittled that down. He's going to be home soon. He's been in for 10 or 12 years now, okay? Supposedly pointing a firearm at a punk cop. Here, let me get some water.
Don't forget Fifth Ward, Houston, Ghetto Boys, Source.
You know what? Is that music?
Yeah. It's also where I was pictured in, Source.
Here, take a sip of this. Tell me how you like it.
Yes, sir. Front cover.
What do you think?
Ah, damn.
Is that too sweet?
That's too damn good.
Okay, too damn good. I'm getting this whole house. I'm getting my friends on Stevia, Joe Rogan. They're going to start to lean down. I've lost 25 pounds, sir. And I say that fucking with, I'll tell you what, Joe. Even if you weren't a star, you'd have to go PC, because if guys got mad at you in jail, especially with your fake little Brazilian black belt jiu-jitsu shit, they would fuck you up and take your ass just to make a point.
No shadow boxing, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu.
You and Dana White conspiring to slur Dan Quinn's name, saying it was me or Kamua. TMZ, you heard him?
Yeah.
Okay, there was a picture on TMZ's website of Dan Quinn, the worst one that you could see, of me fucking like fired up and screaming, you know, at the camera. You know, they took the worst shot and they put it up and they said, basically, lunatic calls Dana White and threatens his life. All right? Well, in fact, the voice on the recording was either an Irish or an English accent, clearly discernible. I don't have an accent, do I?
No.
It's obviously not me. But yet TMZ ran with it, and I'm going to fuck them up legally too. You know what? How hard would it be to start a company that does it just like TMZ, copies them, but makes a slogan, we're going to put those punks out of business because we got real motherfuckers that are doing shit and not just pretending to live the life, okay, but actually doing it, to 59J and to Flacco. Two Norteños, I believe, that are doing it on YouTube with channels, telling it like it is, trying to keep people out of the gang life. And it's like this. If I was smart and I was black or Mexican, I would realize that there's little to no opportunity, okay, in white society. So what I would do, I would look for the local criminal element and try to make bank. What do you think? Dude, what do you think? Is that a good game plan?
It's a good game plan.
Okay, well, that's the only thing they have to follow. Oprah Winfrey. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make funds available. Let's go to 30, a half hour. Oprah Winfrey, I'm going to make funds available to make what Lincoln said about 40 acres and a mule in effect. You know, their songs in effect. Am I right? There's a song, something like In Effect, right? Yeah, Oprah Winfrey. I'm going to pay it back and pay it forward and actually give those brilliant minds a fucking chance before they hit the pin and are gone. Too many times. Snubs, Oak Park Zilla. What's up, my nigga? Did I have this tattoo on me at the time that I was on 8 West 200, Maitreya? Did I have to explain that I'd been touched by a golden halo of light that brought me to my knees like I did to you? And I told you it was a vision, told me I was going to be rich, and I figured it out. Stevia is the cure. I tell you what, whether you get a cancer victim for me to cure or not, I'm going to have $100,000, a house, and a car waiting for you at the top of the list when I ask for a loan for at least $1 billion based on projected future sales of a liquid that acts like a fountain of youth. I can't do it right now because, is there any water in this? No, I didn't This wasn't pre-planned.
You want me to put ice and water in it?
No, it's all right because you'd have to do the whole stevia thing, and I've done it in numerous. People have to refer back to videos where I'm splitting water apart, turning it into a gas, and then having all the toxic shit that's making people sick float for easy removal. Okay? Well, I figured it out. I had the keys to the house, gentlemen. That's the spider, Nuestra Familia. I had the keys to the motherfucking house, homeboy. Waiting in stevia turning water into a healthy fuel that can theoretically take spaceships back and forth on the same tank of gas to the moon. And then if we get really bucky, we'll make an attempt for Mars. Although, anyhow, and its exhaust can be turned into what acts like the fountain of youth. Can you see my trachea? Blasted on my fucking stomach. I make no mistake about it. I'm the best there fucking is. I'm one of the baddest. I'm one of the most compassionate. I'm 154 IQ, so I don't make mistakes, making the wrong decisions, except if I'm married and on methamphetamine and wanting to fuck anything but my beautiful ex-wife, Sherry Celia. I'll tell you what, Sherry, you and I made a video one time. My beautiful ex-wife and I one time made a video where I was a poker dealer and she lost and we had sex. That was part of the storyline, and we got paid for it because times were tough. And I'm thinking, out of all the beautiful women out there that I have, where we're at 26, we'll go to 30. I have a lot of women that are nibbling at the $100 for 15 minutes. It's actually $100 for 10 minutes. So that's a $600. Put it like this, ladies. I give you $100. All you got to do is pull your skirt up. I'll pull your panties down or to the side. You can keep your panties on. I'll pull them to the side. I'll stick my fingers inside your vagina, and then with my other hand's fingers, I'll press down on your belly. And if I'm using my mouth, then I can't talk. But if I'm using my thumb, I can talk you through your deepest, darkest fantasy and even heighten the experience. And Sherry Celia, used to be Sherry Quinn. I can't think of anybody better than you should be in the video, although you won't, but thank you for allowing me to come back into the, she's allowing me to come over to see my grandson. The fact that she hasn't wanted to talk to me, this is side stuff, but she doesn't want to talk. I think it's because she secretly still loves me and doesn't want to rekindle the flame, rekindle the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame her. Well, it's like this. I should have been honest with her from the start. I should have told her, no matter how fucking exquisitely fine you are, I don't want to be with only one woman sexually for the rest of my life. Okay, that's dick drooping, boring, against nature bullshit. Okay, men are supposed to roam free. The strongest is supposed to reproduce, and I'm at the top of the heap. Even though I'm 56, but genetically, they don't get much better than Dan Quinn. 6'3", 235 pounds in high school, ran a 4.67 40. But like Marcus Allen, Joe Rogan, I was the fastest guy in the field because my niggas that have seen me fucking sprint are like, oh my God, this white boy can change gears. Okay, fast as fuck. And if I get on a massage table at Planet Fitness, there is a chance that I can actually clock a faster 40-yard dash and a 100-yard dash than I did when I was at Notre Dame, okay? And make no mistake about it, Jerry Faust loved me, Lou Holtz, and there was a scrimmage where I was catching Tim Brown from behind. He was running for a touchdown, Kamua. You ever heard of Tim Brown, number 81?
81.
Okay, 81, there you go. A Hall of Fame. Am I right?
Yeah.
Tim Brown, tell the truth. And I won't target Notre Dame and try to keep fucking rational players from making a mistake and going to Ickyville where there's sexually deviant priests hitting on you in the hallways and the fucking campus. Okay? You know what?
Notre Dame, if the truth about Notre Dame came out, there wouldn't be one single rational football player that wouldn't be like, oh, fuck this. There's no way I want to go there. If what happened to me, okay, it could happen to them. You feel me? And we're at 30, so I'll start winding it down. I'm going to be rich, ladies. I had a vision telling me I was going to be rich. And then you blend stevia and water pops. It triples in size. It vanishes into a white soup. I had one exquisitely fine PhD. I'll tell you what, she was blonde. She lived in Roseville. And I showed her this cleaning machine that I'm going to get put in the house. It's magic. It blows vacuums away. It never clogs up because the bag is inset, right? It has a jet engine on the back end. And when the air hits the bag, it spins around in a tornado and creates a high pressure area in front of where the air flows through. So instead of something physical that will clog up, separating the dirt from the air, it's a design. I've taken, homeboy, I'll tell you what, this is a fact. I took a Kirby in on trade that was 4 days old. It was still brand new in the box. And a Patriot kicked the old Patriot, or the old fucking Kirby's ass to the point where she was like, oh my God, I can't believe there's much dirt in here. She was rich. She lived in a mobile home and she had money. And she said, I'm going to replace all my carpet and go with your machine. And I took that brand new Kirby up to my homeboys in Sacramento. And you know what I got for a $3,500 machine? I got 3 ounces of fucking bomb methamphetamine.
Damn.
3 ounces. Straight up. First line shit. So to any lady out there that is in the dope game, not really, but you like it, I'm hooked up. I won't touch it myself except for marijuana. And how long was I up, Kamua, on marijuana and stevia together?
5 days straight.
5 days straight with a 2 hour nap here and a 3 hour nap there. But I was up for 5 days straight. I found the fucking answer to methamphetamine is stevia and weed. I could go for 2 weeks, Joe Rogan, if I had enough evidence against you. I'll tell you what, Joe, your life is going to change for the worse. You don't even know it. And Officer Reality and Officer Coet, tell the truth and get Bryce Peeler released. I'll tell you what, Joe Biden, and to everybody in Congress, what we need is to have a statute of limitations be a crime that is no longer punishable for the cops for them lying on the stand. But you know how many cops lie on the stand, don't you?
Yeah, totally.
Totally, over and over and over again. And they get away with it.
Yeah, they totally
and we should have something where Officers Coet and Reality can actually tell the truth. No, Bryce Peeler did not point a gun at us. If he had, we would have fucking ejaculated in our pants because we had a hard-on for this guy because he's good looking and he gets a lot of pussy and we don't like him and we want a chance to kill him. But Bryce was smart enough to actually fucking get out of the car with a gun, but he fucking hit the closest fence, was over it like that, which I know Bryce can do because I've seen him acrobatically not do parkour. You know what I'm talking about? Well, you know what parkour is? Something like that where they're doing this. It's like urban fucking Olympics, the type shit. You know. Anyhow, tell the truth, Officer Coet and Officer Reality, and I won't find out through legal means where your family lives. Okay? And what I'll do, if you tell the truth, is pay you each a house, a car, and $100,000 coming out of that first $100 million of the $1 billion that I'm going to get based upon projected future sales of something that acts like the fountain of youth. Tell the truth, and I'll direct the house, the car, and $100,000 to somebody who will take care of it for you until you retire, and then you have something to look forward to. Don't tell the truth, and I'm going to legally, everything 100%, gun for you 100%, and ruin your fucking lives. And it won't be hard. will surround the houses of those you love with those who hate them. Okay? Decrease the property values, all their neighbors will hate them. Okay? It's a whole domino effect because you lied on Bryce Peeler. Tell the truth. Bring my friend back home. Okay? And it's a wash. And you're out of my metaphorical sights. And God bless you. You know, $100,000 in someone's bank account earning interest, a fucking brand new car waiting for you under a tarp, and a house that your friends live in and upgrade it while you're waiting. Don't tell the truth, and I'm going to legally fuck you guys up to the point where somebody cries themselves to sleep and it won't be me. I guarantee it. So, Taz, Sack Maniac, a house, a car, and $100,000 if you can prove that you're worthy of it because you are somebody in the Sack Maniacs. And I want to touch base and bring white, black, and brown into the fold and do positive things using trillions of dollars eventually. There will be a time when everybody on the planet realizes, yeah, come on, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you take this, fill it about yay high with water and put a bunch of stevia in it?
Yeah, I'll let you do the stevia and let you know.
Okay, yeah, just put some water. Anyhow, I figured out how to make the fountain of youth. And I'm going to be rich, and I'm going to pay it forward, and I'm going to help people out to help me get there. And Snubs, when you said my nigga, I was like, oh, wow. You know what? That's cool as fuck. You know what? Can I say the same thing? Or would I be fucked up by your boys thinking I'm racist, even though I'm emotionally and spiritually brownish to black, okay? Athletically black, okay? Spiritually, a muddled color, but not white by any means, because what I've come to find through all my years traversing this earth, Doris Riva, is that I'm a 5-star general affiliate, okay? Spider, one of the guys that started Nuestra Familia, told me that I could hook up with his guy. His guy wasn't local. His guy was across the border, all right? I didn't take him up on that offer. I was foolish. I should have, just to maintain connection. We'll work it out because my girlfriend is named Melissa Ruiz, and we're going to make a trip to Florence, Colorado, Spider, and we'll get your attorneys to make it so we can have a picnic, and I'll bring any kind of food you want. I was thinking about coming with the American tradition, a bucket of KFC and all the fixings. And then Melissa will come with, metaphorically, Melissa will come from the violin, trust and believe it. But she'll come with Spanish food, anything of your choice. We'll do it up. We'll have a little free time, spare time. Invite Jaime. He can do one of his masterful fucking drawing. Oprah Winfrey, Jaime, and Charlie Boots, Charles Demois. Jaime, I'm not sure what Spider's first and last name are, but his name is Spider. He was one of the original 14 that started Nuestra Familia. I'm friends with him. The fact that I walk on water in the criminal community, Doris Riva, in a community that Fred Riva would have had to be in protective custody because he was an abuser of her children. Oh, I didn't want any ice.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. Just
dump it out.
Just dump it out. Here, dump it in that.
This one?
Dump it in that one. We'll save it for later.
Okay, cool.
Okay, just because water is vanishing because the internal combustion engine is vaporizing everything. But Doris Riva, do you realize that Fred Riva would have had to been PC when he handcuffed me to a tree for 4.5 hours and the family did nothing?
Damn.
Okay, but suck his metaphorical cock because he was making money. And yeah, what I'm going to do for my mom is give her a house, a car, and $100,000 and it's going to be a house that's comparable to Doris Riva. And if Doris Riva doesn't find me a cancer victim, what I'm going to do is make an attempt to destroy her free time. She likes to seclude in a house that's overlooking the beach, and we're going to make it. Well, actually, no, I can't blend it, but we can put stevia in there. What I was going to do is blend stevia and water, but people refer to my previous videos. We're at 40. You know, I could go to an hour, but I'm going to cut it here shortly. Doris Riva, if you don't find me a cancer victim to cure and become a part of the link in the chain, what I'm going to do is spend money and attack Fred Riva. And you're going to be on the sidelines. And it's like this, Doris. Mark Brandon, my friend, they made a movie about his life, Tequila Sunrise. Little plot twists and turns that never happened. But make no mistake, Mark was better looking than Mel Gibson, according to your sister Joan Quinn. And he had a red fucking cigarette boat. And I made a white Siberian baby Bengal tiger purr, homeboy. If you Google Hank Roan, white Siberian tiger, San Diego Zoo, it'll come up with a story that Hank got stopped at the border with this baby white tiger that he was bringing home as a pet, okay? It wasn't to go to Agua Caliente racetrack. Ever heard of Agua Caliente?
Yeah.
Okay. You've heard of the Agua Caliente? Yeah. It's the big, it's like Santa Anita in Mexico. Okay. I made that tiger purr before Mark Brandon gave it to Hank, okay, to go down and do what he does. Love animals and shit. Hank Roman.
Damn. You put some in there, Papa.
Put some what? Put some stevia?
Yeah, that
Put this water?
Yeah, in there.
All right. Tell me what you think.
All right, cool.
Take a sip.
Sir. Yes, sir.
We might need some more stevia, but you actually like the taste of stevia, is that right?
Good, goddamn.
Do you like the taste of stevia now?
Yeah.
Okay, did you like it at first?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, some people say, oh, the taste. But I've discovered a miracle. It's like Willy Wonka type shit, ladies and gentlemen. The more stevia you consume, the better you feel, okay? I have a gut on me, but I'm losing it. And I'm going to be like I was when I was 205 pounds, and I'm not even working out. And there's a shot of me fighting Aaron Brink, who just passed away. God rest in peace. Rest his soul. You know, he was Mormon, Craig Tusher, and he was troubled. Happens. But Craig Tusher, you and I shook hands on a $5 million little bet. I told you that mouse story about them going crazy and turning into humans when they didn't have enough space. It didn't matter how much food and drink they had. They always had enough. And that was a change in that previous mouse study that was done. I didn't read about it. I was 8 years old, and I saw mice turn into humans, homeboy, inside a cage. You know, 2 mice, they acted great. 12 mice, it started getting a little shaky, depending on how big the cage was.
Yeah.
More than that, they went to war. The women against the men, the women protecting babies, men marauding. You know what that is? Marauding, like breaking through the lines and taking babies and tearing them apart and eating them.
Yeah.
Okay? And I told Craig this, and I said, if you take that to Princeton and they use it when you're a big-time millionaire, I want $5 million. Is that fair? And we shook on it. Well, guess what? Craig Tusher is a big-time millionaire with Volterra. They're a semiconductor company that probably just got billions because Joe Biden signed a law saying they're going to invest and get America back in the high-tech race, right? And Craig and I shook on it the night before we played Lincoln. Remember that, Craig? We're on the football field. You're a starter. I'm a starter. You're good. I'm a star. Remember when you told me I could start at every position at Princeton, after my freshman year at Notre Dame was over, we came back into Encinitas, and Craig Truster told me that I could start at every position. And I said, I doubt quarterback, homeboy. You know I hurt my shoulder. And he goes, no, I've seen our quarterback, and your arm is better. And I'm like, wow, Princeton is fucked up. That's why I didn't want to go there and get beat up for 4 years. But I should have done it. I should have taken many offers. I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. It would have changed the altar. It would have fucked shit up. My kids, well, I love them. Sherry Quinn, 2 sons, both astrologically compatible with me, and they get along, even though they're under the same roof, and they're working together, and they're still doing it. Yeah, I'm going to retire everybody. They can work for me, or they can pursue their own things. Conor McGregor, the reason why you were so fantastic in results when you first started fighting is because no one knows how to fight a lefty, homeboy. Well, I do. And here's the book on lefties, Kamua. If you ever fight a lefty, this came from a lefty named Ivan Click Clark. What's up, Click? We never talked about my nigga shit, but I love you, homeboy. Always will. And what he told me is a righty against a lefty moves to his left at all times. You don't make it into a boxing match anymore. You move to your left, you throw right hands and come back with left hooks, okay? You'll step on each other's feet. It'll be an ugly fucking fight, but it's a fight. It's no longer a boxing match. It's no longer a righty trying to figure a lefty out, and they don't know how to do it. Connor, my son would knock you out. I guarantee it, and I'll put money up against it, and you'll bite. And then Ryan Quinn will be famous for being Ryan Van Van Quinn. You got a letter?
Yeah, right here. Oh.
Perfect. Do you think it's safe to say, brother, that you like me enough and you see that I'm solid enough that if I have money, I can hire you to be a part of my fucking entourage for the rest of your life? Is that right?
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Richard, Joe, I'm a legend behind bars, okay? The following happened, and you should make a movie on it, because I had the Norteños tell me that if anything went down with the beep, the blacks, not the Niggers, what he said, it was Grumpy from the Norteños, and he came up to me and he said, hey Holmes, Richard Durant says you're hella cool to know this. If the niggers jump off and there's a problem with them, the Norteños got your back. That's huge, isn't it?
That's huge.
It's huge. It doesn't happen to just anybody, Joe Rogan. And what I'm saying is that Ryan Bam Bam Quinn, who has the permission of somebody in Norteño, right? I said, do you think it'd be cool if my son became Bam Bam after Richard Durant passed away? And they said, no problem, with pleasure. And so Ryan Bam Bam Quinn, in a stand-up only fight where Conor McGregor couldn't fucking bow down and take my son down, I say that Ryan Austin Quinn knocks Conor McGregor the fuck out. And I'm going to put money up, and he's going to prove it. So let's recap. We'll bust it at an hour or before then. We have officers Coet and Reale who have a chance to save themselves and actually get $100,000 and a house and a car, pointing in the direction of people they know and people they trust. If they can trust anybody with that kind of loot, it'll be there waiting for them. And if not, I'm going to legally use money to attack you and get away with it. And there's nothing you can do about it without a badge and a gun. There'd be nothing you can do about it. I could force myself upon you. If I was gay, it'd be a rough ride, gentlemen. But I'm not. And I've already haven't I already described the violin, the fountain of orgasm for women? I've already described it in this video, correct? Come on.
Yep. Sure did, sir. Sure, sir.
Oh, that's sweet. That other water was so sweet that it's making that taste good sweet. Am I right?
Yeah. I don't want to pause, sir. There you go.
Anyway, you just saw how to maximize your weed hits, passing it to somebody through a bro tube, Joe Rogan. How cool is that? And to the lucky lady that is in the violin, I'm sure we will kiss, unless you're like Julie Roberts in Pretty Woman, where kissing is too personal. We can use a bro tube, but I'll pass you my hits. They're fucking, aren't they monsters?
Very much monsters.
Very much monsters. Don't they get you high as fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. And I have 34.12% THC in my weed right now, Joe Rogan. It's amazing shit. Now the 27 to 29, that was good. Okay. But what was that guy's name in, John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Pulp Fiction, the drug dealer, saying this is choice, but this is just as good, but this is better. They're gonna make movies about me, Joe, because I'm a legend in football, a white boy that could catch blacks from behind every time I played. I was faster than their fastest guy. That's why they fucking built defenses or built offenses to stop me. Okay, my mom went to work with a woman whose son played at Crawford before we played him, and he's like, "Oh my God, you know Dan Quinn's mom? They're designing the whole fucking defense to stop him, you know?" And I'm unstoppable, Joe, with enough money, and it's happening as we speak. I'm going to find somebody terminally ill with that $198,000. I'm going to pay them to drink pure H2O. They're going to come back in a perfect health in such astonishing speed that they'll be pissed off at you, Joe Rogan, for not paying it forward to save their loved ones that they miss, that they don't know about stevia, because you didn't fucking say anything about it, but you try to clown me, saying, oh yeah, you know, something about spaceship fuel going to the moon, you know? Yeah, it's split H2O. It's a theoretical future-like fucking fuel that doesn't burn up, but you use it and it comes back and turns into water. It's possible.
Very possible.
Very possible. Well, you believe in aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that they don't stop for gas.
Yeah.
They keep going. Okay? They have a secret that I'm sure the U.S. government or other governments around the world has figured it out when spaceships crashed. Thank you very much, my nigga. Are you honored to be my nigga?
Yeah.
Okay, isn't it funny? I think everybody should have a my nigga, Joe Rogan. You know, whether you're black, brown, or white, God forbid. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this, Taz. You didn't know it, but I was a badass fucking fighter, or you did know it, and it was a last minute thing when you walked by me and said, you punk, or you bitch, whatever you said, and I was like, oh, fuck this. You know what? I stalked you down, knocked you out. You should have thrown your knife to a friend that was a minder for it, instead of throwing it on the floor and then getting knocked out, and the cops find it and use it as an excuse to raid all the Mexican cells. Okay, and the Mexicans had nothing to do with the fight. They were on lockdown, but they were at their windows waiting for a fight in Bryce Peeler, my cellies. I saved your life, Taz. Bryce was gonna bleed you out, okay? He thought his life was over. He was gonna kill you, okay? That's a fact. And the fact is, Charles Demois, Charlie Boots, what's up, Charlie? I heard that you became a member of the brand. You actually killed people. When I say member of the brand, do you know what I'm talking about? A member of the brand.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Damien.
Aryan Brotherhood,
yeah.
brother, all day long. Yeah, you still owe me a picture and a picture of my sons that I gave you, and it was cute. It was them in their sock uniforms, and you said you could draw it just exactly. And I know I've seen your work. You're like Michelangelo. I saw two guys that were on 8 West 200 pod that had the artistic skill of Picasso, homeboy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not fucking around. Absolutely exquisite. And so I'm gonna take Melissa with a little money that Andrew is funding, and we're gonna go to ADX Supermax Spider and have a feast and shake hands, man. And whatever they allow us to do, I'm sure they'll wand us, you know. And we're gonna do it up and put that on a video and get a lot of hits and pay it forward and do a lot of good, you know. Instead of guys gang banging, how about we give them positions in pure H2O, cold fission. How about cold fission? FISSION, you know, the name for our company. Or how about this? How about Healthy Home Industries? Kamua, what do you think?
Yeah.
Healthy Home Industries?
Uh-huh.
That's the name of my company, dog.
Yeah.
I started it about 20-something years ago. And I think that if no one else has claimed it, I can get it again. And what I want to do is basically sell these machines for nothing. These machines that I was talking about, cleaners, that have a 25-year warranty on the body and a lifetime warranty on the engine, that's made by Lamb Electric. They're the best in the world for building electric, okay? And if the machine engine survives the first 3 years, it's rated out. There's machines that are 50 and 60 years old that still have the same get up as they started. They just don't wear out. But if it does something happen to it, you have a one-time fee of $150. They replace the engine and you're covered for a lifetime. Okay? You feel me? These machines are so good that ladies will feel grateful if they can pay only $600 to $800. I know for a fact that Schottler Research and Engineering was selling these machines at $400 a pop to distributors like me, and we were turning around and selling them from $2,000 to $3,000. Okay, do you realize what kind of markup that is? It's astronomical, but they're worth it. I sold 22 machines in May of '95, homeboy. I made $10,000 in cash in my pocket, and I got a free TriStar because there's another machine out there that works. The Patriot and the TriStar, they're magical, and they would actually remove evidence from any crime scene because they suck all the way to the flooring. And I've actually gone over where Sherry and I in the past took a Patriot over the carpet area where she was weighing dope, selling it, right? Because I had access to the best. No, that's good. Let it go. It's next door. It's all good. We had access to the best because I was getting it from fucking cooks. And I actually took the Patriot and sucked shit that was underneath the top of the carpet onto a paper pad, and I picked it out, put it in my mouth, and said, "Oh, that's methamphetamine, sure."
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're at 5906 760-809-1744. If you want to have a fun time, help Dan Quinn come out on top, and everybody's gonna fucking win. That's how it goes with me. I like to pay it forward. I don't want to have all the money for myself, Elon Musk. I want to help everybody and have them look at me like I am one fucking miracle after another. They're going to call me Maitreya. I have it tatted on my chest. And if anybody has a problem with me, I'm 6'3", blinding hand speed, and won't fight you, will walk away. But if you persist, I will knock you the fuck out and get away with it. Straight up. 760-809-1744. Give me a call. Let's make something happen.